Alright, there's a video for 2HT and 2VT about the diagnostic test of chapter 7, exercise 9. So I'm going to start with 9a. You have to solve this quadratic equation. Now every time you want to solve a quadratic equation, you want to make sure that there's a 0 here, otherwise you can't solve it. So the 8 you have to remove. So you get x squared minus 7x minus 8 equals 0. Now if you have three different things, like over here, you have to use the product sum method. So that means that you have to find two numbers. If you multiply them, it's minus 8. And when you add them, you get minus 7. In this case, the answer is x minus 8 and x plus 1. So we get x minus 8 equals 0. That means that x equals 8. Or, remember this symbol means or, right? You get x plus 1 equals 0. So x equals minus 1. So those are the answers for 9a. Moving on to 9b, here we have x squared on one side and 7x on the other side. So same as with exercise A, you want to have a 0 here. So we're going to remove this, we're going to do minus 7x, so also on this side. Then we have x squared minus 7x, so we can't use the product sum method, because here we have three different things and here are only two different things. So now you have to put the common factor in front of brackets. That means we're going to write down something here, right? So x squared and 7x, you have to find what you can divide both of it by, and that is x. What you have left then is x minus 7, because if you work out the brackets, you get that again. So now we say x is 0, or x minus 7 is 0. So one answer we already have, and the other answer is x equals 7. Moving on to exercise E. So I'm going to skip C and D because they're very similar to the other ones we just did. Here we have 3x minus 1 in brackets and x plus 5 in brackets. So it's already factorized and there's already a 0 here. So you don't have to work out the brackets now. You can just say 3x minus 1 equals 0 or x plus 5 equals 0. Now if there were a different thing than 0 here, if there were an actual number there, like for example with exercise 11d, then you would have a bit of a problem, because then you do have to work out the brackets first. So I'm going to make another video about a few exercises from 11. I already have a video about 11c, but I'm going to do one about d also. But first we'll finish this. So here we have 3x minus 1 equals 0. So we have to move the 1 to the other side. So 3x equals 1. Because then we can divide it by 3. So x is 1/3. Or here we move the 5 to the other side. So x is minus 5. So you already have the answer. You don't have to write it down here, but you can if you want. Because then both answers are in the same row. Right? Moving on to F. F is actually very similar to A. The only difference is that here it was a regular number, the 8, and here it's an x. So there's a tiny difference. I'll show you what happens. We have to remove the 2x here and there. So you get x squared plus 5x equals 0. And then we do the same as with exercise B, right? We use the common factor in front of the brackets. So we're going to do that. You get x, and then in brackets you get x plus 5 equals 0. So that means that x equals 0 or x plus 5 equals 0, which means that x equals minus 5. So these are the answers. And thank you for watching.